This is the Platinum League, and this is round 4 between Lojza and Say My Name. Game number 2, and this is going to be Say My Name's home map, aka VNS Yellow's home map, and he will be choosing to play on Mediterranean. Well, it kind of looks, Baltic and Mediterranean are fairly similar-ish. But Baltic Crater Lake. Maybe we could dub this the new map, Baltic Crater Lake. Obviously, Crater Lake is the map due to the fact that it is basically Baltic with an island with wolves, scary, vicious wolves, and lots of gold, and slightly less starting gold at the town centers as well. But yeah, over to the northeast of the map in the red, we have VNS Yellow, aka Say My Name. Wait, is he? Wait, what? Okay, he's in the blue. Did I say he was in the red? I'm confused. But he is in the blue, sorry, and he is playing as the Vikings. And down to the southwest of the map, in the red, we have Lojza, and he is playing as the Vikings as well. Of course, Viking Mirror Civ War. Why are we not surprised? Because it is a water map in its purest form. One of the puristest forms. This is Blue Arabia. This is Blue Arabia, guys, actually. My bad. Or Baltic Lake, however you want to... Baltic Lake. I think I like that. I like Baltic Lake. That's a good one. Or Blue Arabia, as someone suggested the other day. I can't remember who that was, but someone said we should call water maps Blue Arabia because that way they sound more awesome. Because everyone knows that Arabia is, like the best map. Yeah, I swear the colors changed around as well, but I don't know how to get them back now. It's really weird. Team colors, forever broken. I wish team colors would just work sometimes, But look at this. Lojza hanging around with his scout here. This could be insane. He could either steal the boar or he could deny the dock. It's up to him. But Lojza looking for that sweet timing and looking to... Oh, he's going to steal, isn't he? Oh, this is like the worst time. This is the worst time for the game to pause. One of the players here calling to pause the game due to the fact there is a little bit of lag. I think stealing a boar with this lag would be next to impossible. So Lojza not going to get the steal. Yellow will successfully be able to take his boar. At the same time, Lojza will take his own. But with his scout milling around, with his scout hanging around, he could be able to deny a villager building the dock. And the dock should be coming up in just a minute for Yellow here. No, yes. Oh my god. Okay, yeah, you're right. You're right, 1983 Big Bob. You are so right now. That's awkward. Okay, so you can actually change the way the team colors are depending on which perspective you are on when you decide to set it up, but it doesn't matter. We'll leave it as it is, yellow and the blue. Yellow here going to put up his dock, and of course Lojza was hanging around with his scout there, but unfortunately the scout of yellow coming in as well to be a bit of a nuisance and push him away. And yellow didn't have loom, so had Lojza been there, he could have killed that vill. Lojza opting to do loom here, and you'll notice he has loom on these villagers now, and maybe as a safety precaution due to the fact that this boar was quite far away, but also maybe a safety precaution to keep his villagers safe while they try and build the dock. But obviously Yellow's scout was nowhere nearby, and that dock will go up successfully. But as a result of Lojza not doing loom, it does mean that Yellow is now a villager ahead. Sorry, the fact that Lojza did do loom, means that Yellow is one villager ahead, which means he might have a faster feudal time here, and he might, if he delays loom a little more, be so fast to feudal that he could actually take down a couple of fishing ships from Lojza before Lojza gets up as well. But yes, as Wetfish quite rightly says in the chat, blue is yellow. Blue is the new yellow, indeed. Yeah, I wish VNS Yellow would just have a name that wasn't a colour. It's like the other day when we had that lower rated game, we had the guy called Red and he was playing in the grey. It was just, oh god. Imagine if Yellow had been in that game as well. It would have been the most confusing thing ever. But yeah, obviously the priority here, get as much food as fast as possible, gets the feudal age ASAP, and oh dear. Yellow getting a little housed, which is not the end of the world, but he should be up to feudal in just a second, and in fact after this villager he should be able to drop his resources and go up, but he's not as fast as he would like. Loom now coming in as well, that's going to slow things down. This fourth fishing ship only just starting to come out, whilst the fourth fishing ship for Lojza is already fishing away in the center of the map. And if you have a look at the fish here, 98 food remaining on that one and 100 food remaining on that one, so there's like so little in it, but the fact that Lojza has the extra fishing ship a little sooner should make a little bit of difference over time. But yeah, Lojza here, much faster to feudal, and obviously just a better Dark Age overall for him, and looking very, very good at this stage. Now, Lojza being so fast to feudal like this, if he gets aggressive very quickly with a couple of galleys, he might be able to find a fishing ship very quickly. Now, fortunately, both of these players have been pretty fortunate with their fish placement. Now, sometimes you can get really unlucky and have no fish close to your dock due to this center island, but both of them do have decent fish, and I think Lojza probably not the wisest to build his third dock on this right hand side. Would be more logical for him to build it over to the left since there's more fish available over here, but since he's playing the Vikings, he's probably going to add a fourth dock anyway, and so building that fourth dock over this side would be preferable. And I like this. Lojza here, not only is Yellow slower to the feudal age, but Lojza's able to slow down these docks a little bit as well. This second dock for Yellow a lot later than he'd like, and the third one only just coming up now. Meanwhile, Lojza's got 3 galleys queued up, and he's looking absolutely fantastic at the moment. Still no feudal age upgrade for Yellow. There we go, he's just up now, and he would have liked that feudal age upgrade a little sooner, so he could perhaps kill the villager there. And Lojza here, well, I don't know if he's going to get the upper hand now. It looks like he will, since that scout was pretty low on health. Now, if the scout had +2 sooner and not lost so much health already, Lojza probably would have been able to kill... the scout probably would have been able to kill one of Lojza's vills. But right now, we got a little bit of a scuffle on the right side as well. Lojza's scout being super duper annoying. And oh my god, he's going to get a villager kill. Oh, Jesus Christ. GG. Oh my god, 2 vills down. Oh, Yellow losing his fishing ships as well. Oh my god, Lojza, what an absolute beast. What a machine. What a player. He has just basically won himself the game with that, unless Yellow can do something absolutely extraordinary now. That 2 villager kills at this point and killing a fishing ship right now is so good. I think Yellow would have to kill all of these fishing ships from Lojza at this stage in order for him to redeem himself. Jesus Christ, man, that's like the worst possible start. And Lojza, just to top it all off, keeps his scout alive as well. Goodness me. Now, with an insane amount of micro, maybe Yellow can do something here. But Yellow's down by an overall villager. He's down by a fishing ship. And maybe it was a bit stupid of me to say, oh, it's basically GG. It's not really. But Lojza's got a huge advantage. Not only now with villagers, with fish, but also with military. He's got double the military of Yellow already, and of course that 4th dock is up and running now as well, and Yellow just not quite there at this point. He has got one of his docks idle at this stage as well, and of course with losing those villagers out on the gold, it certainly hindered his gold income at this point. So yeah, Lojza 2 villagers ahead now, and you got to remember here, like this is the thing, right? Because he lost 2 villagers on the gold, that basically meant that Yellow had to send a villager out to gold here, which meant that his villagers couldn't immediately go to food, and now he's struggling to keep villagers coming out, which means that Lojza's just pulling ahead an extra villager out, sorry, 2 extra villagers out, and Lojza should be, in theory, okay with food. But that mill, a bit of a dodgy placement, but I think Lojza way too focused now on microing these ships, on taking the water control. He's so focused on that he's not too bothered about his mill placement, so to speak, but he probably should be bothered. So at this stage, doing fletching first. Now he knows he's ahead in eco because he killed the villagers with his scout. He knows he's killed a fishing ship, so he's going to do fletching because that's what's going to give him the biggest advantage on the water now. Not only does he have a 5 galley lead, no, sorry, a 4 galley lead, probably a little less now, but a 4 galley lead. The fletching upgrade is just going to help him to solidify that advantage and give him even more of an upper hand as he groups his ships together and takes on Yellow's army. Now, Yellow at this point, messy, very messy. He's got 4 villagers out on berries. He's got another villager coming over, but I'm worried about his food income. It's not great. Lojza's been a little bit disrupted on the water here. And of course, Lojza opted to let his TC go idle so he could get fletching, but he's going to head these galleys off. And oh my god, Yellow, jeez, that's not going to end too well, is it? A lot of those boats getting a little trapped in there. And surprisingly, Lojza, with his eye off the ball a little bit, might actually lose a fishing ship. So I think maybe Yellow could kind of begin to equalize slightly. But Lojza's not going to give him the option to take down a single ship just yet. Meanwhile, on the right side, he's pushed out and he's taken all the remaining ships away. 1 ship remains on this right side, but that's doing effectively nothing for Yellow's economy. At this point in the game, there's 500 points advantage for Lojza now. And with a map like Crater Lake, you have to win the water. You cannot win the land. With these galleys coming in here, pushing Yellow away from the berries, it only means that his TC is going to find more idle time, and that is not going to end well, as he has to now build farms, and he's going to struggle to get any food for villagers at this point in time. His remaining boats, well, not doing a whole lot. He's making a few more galleys, but he's behind by 8 galleys in total at this point. So difficult for him to do it. So Sneak at 6 o'clock says my bok in the chat. Yes, this is Yellow's only option now, and that's to do some kind of land aggression that will enable him to draw level in some way. Lojza 3 villages ahead, and Lojza now gonna win the water. But look at this, Lojza knows exactly what's going on. He sees his opponent losing the water control. He sees his opponent very quickly losing grasp, slowing down his galley production a little bit, and he's just going to wall up. A couple of gates here, walling up with stone, and he knows because, well, actually he knows because he saw it. He saw it with his scout cavalry here, probably spotted out that wolf, and he scouted it with his scout. So keeping that scout alive earlier on actually paid off big time. And now with a stone wall, he's going to keep Yellow out, and he will, of course, completely, well, in theory, win the water. But saying that, taking an absolutely terrible engagement. Half his army split away. Should still win the water, though, really. Should still win it. Obviously, the army count now for Yellow consists of land and water units, drawing level with 16 military each. But Lojza with 5 extra villagers at this stage, and with more fish. So that's really going to help him out overall. And it's going to be really tough for Yellow to be able to bring this one back. It's a very, very hard situation for Yellow to get himself out of at this point. Well, I don't know. He could put a tower up maybe here or something. But Yellow is only just doing fletching. Oh my god, I've only just realized only just doing fletching. Which means Lojza's boats as well. Not only are they going to have numbers advantage, but they're going to have an attack advantage also. Yellow just doesn't want to give this one up, but it's looking grim to say the least. There's defensive archers out for Lojza here as well, and of course he'll focus fire down this villager, I imagine, or these villagers. Actually, no, he won't. Okay, well, he should go for the villagers. Obviously, he's going to be able to kill them and stop them from breaking through. At this point, Yellow is basically clutching at straws. Absolutely clutching at straws. His docks completely idle. His archery range is 2 archers at a time. But he needs some kind of a transport ship or something. Oh my god, he's got one! Holy shit! He needs a transport ship or something. Oh, look, there's a transport ship. So he will actually transport across, which is not too bad. Might find a villager or 2. This is really his last resort now. But he's going to have to kill or do quite a bit of damage here in order to draw this one level, to say the least. The archers from Lojza coming out as well here. And Lojza's going to bring his boats over as well. If Lojza brings his boats here, he could probably kill these villagers that are trying to bash down this house. The way Lojza's kind of built his map up, you can actually garrison inside of his TC and force this TC to kill the archers of yellow as well. So yellow's kind of trapped. Even though he's landed across, he's still kind of trapped. And with the skirm here and archers here as well, I don't think he will be able to successfully do enough damage when you consider that Lojza is on the way up to the castle age. He's halfway there and he's living on a prayer because, whoa, oh god, what am I? I'm a mess. But yeah, because basically once he hits castle, he'll be able to do crossbow. He's gonna be able to pump out archers like there's no tomorrow. He's got so many resources in the bank. He'll be able to do war galley. He'll be able to get bodkin arrow, and he'll just be able to eventually, well, essentially take the advantage here. And he's stalled yellow long enough that that castle age upgrade is gonna be coming in. So I imagine yellow will call GG as soon as Lojza hits castle here. But who knows? He's persistent, and he will keep pushing and keep trying. Honestly, though, Lojza's all over this right now, to say the least. He's certainly got more military out at this stage. Well, I say he's got more military, actually. He hasn't. I thought he would have. But yellow, surprisingly, has got more. Yellow right now, 17 warships. Sorry, yellow has 17 warships and 11 ranged. And Lojza has 17 warships and 11 ranged. They're absolutely neck and neck, in fact. But with bodkin arrow and crossbow coming in, I expect Lojza will be able to get the advantage he needs. And that should push this back, should end this aggression. But let's not forget that yellow here is on a hill, actually, giving him a little bit of an advantage. But obviously, in this situation, Lojza can stay out of range with the extra range he's got, killing these units. Yellow cannot even attack back. And meanwhile, on the water, war galley coming in. And of course, yellow there would have been very quick to lose the water as well. Goodness me. GG. Lojza gonna get the win. Gonna get that victory there quite decisively. There was really not a lot in it. It looked like a very comfortable game for Lojza, and it all went downhill. It all fell apart for yellow as soon as he lost those two villagers on that gold mine there. Maybe he should have just went all out and attacked with all of those villagers to kill the scout cavalry, and that way you might have at least spared one of those villagers' lives, if not both. But with those two villagers going down, it messed yellow up massively. And when you do a galley rush, it does make your eco fairly fragile. You are really, you're on a knife edge with that military production. You're basically putting everything you've got to wood and gold so that you can make galleys, and really neglecting your food. So losing villagers at that stage is very much unredeemable. And although yellow tried to redeem himself with a very nice sneak landing sort of attempt, it just didn't work out, and Lojza will take the win. So well played to Lojza there, and thank you very much for tuning in, guys. We got at least one more game to come. If Lojza wins this next game, he will of course win the series, but if yellow gets the next game, then he has a chance to